Hi, I'm Mark Olives, and today I'd like to talk about the dangers of cracking your back. Now previously I made a video that talked about what happens when you do crack your back, and if you haven't seen that video yet, I would suggest going back and looking at that one first. But for this video, I want to talk about why you don't want to just randomly crack your back on a regular basis. Now it used to be thought that cracking your back would cause arthritis in the joint. Turns out that's not true. The research doesn't support that. But the research does show that chronic cracking of your back will produce inflammation, which is the root cause of all disease and disorder. So you can get problems from chronic inflammation being produced. And it also causes muscular weakness. Now, the significance of muscular weakness I'm going to explain in yet another video. But for right now, I want to talk about what happens at the disc level when you crack your back. So first of all, if I want to crack my low back, usually what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to get into a twisted position. Now the significance of that regarding the disc is this. So I'm going to show you a picture real quick of the disc. So here's the disc, if I get up close enough here. And hopefully you can see this, but the disc is actually connective tissue that's connecting the two bones. It's not a separate entity in which, this disc could slip in or out. It's holding things together. There's no way for this material to slip in or out. And then within this disc, there is a gelatinous material, but we're going to talk mostly about this outer covering right here. So with this outer covering, you can see the fibers are oriented on a diagonal pattern. And what they do is they layer in here like layers of an onion. So one layer will be facing this way, we pull that off, and the next layer is facing this way. And there's about 7 different layers within this tissue here. Now, as you can imagine, if I take and twist the spine, so if I rotate the spine like I'm turning like this, what happens is the spine is going to go like this. And these fibers that are oriented, let's say I'm turning to the right. These fibers, as I turn to the right that are oriented on this diagonal pattern, are going to become very, very taut. And what's going to happen is it's going to pull the bones down to each other, and that's going to increase pressure on the disc. Just by rotating like this, I increase the amount of force on my disc by a factor of 4 compared to just standing in a neutral position. So in this position, I'm greatly loading the disc, which puts a lot of pressure on things. That alone can cause problems. But also consider this. Those other fibers are oriented like this. Oops, like this, so you can see that. As I rotate, what's going to happen is they're going to go slack. So now I'm going to lose 50% of the integrity or the strength of my disc. So I'm losing half the strength, I'm increasing forces by a factor of 4, and then I'm putting a quick twist on it. Now, that quick twist is what's going to separate the joints, separate structure entirely, and that's what's going to cause the popping. And again, if you've seen the other video, you know that it's just a release of gas that's going to happen when that occurs. But for the disc, if your primary injury in your back is at the disc and you're having back pain and you think, God, I just think if I crack my back, that'll help out. Well, if you do crack your back, it will make the muscles relax, and that could make you feel better, but it could be at the expense of damaging the disc, which is your primarily injured tissue. Because if I twist the disc aggressively, and it is those outer connective fibers that are holding the two bones together, I'm putting a lot of stretch and stress on those tissues. That's the tissue that's actually damaged, and I'm going to potentially damage it more. So it's kind of one of those, yeah, I'm getting some muscular relaxation, which might buy me a little relief temporarily, but I just injured the primarily damaged tissue. That's going to set me up for prolonged muscular tension, and I'm just going to keep repeating the cycle. So I tell people you have to be very selective in cracking a joint. If you just willy-nilly crack something, oftentimes you're causing more damage and you're going to create greater problems for yourself down the line. So I hope this helps you to understand why you don't want to just chronically crack your back. Thanks.